Did you know you might be making a spiritual mistake that's blocking abundance from entering your life? It's more common than you think, and many people don't even realize they're doing it. But the worst part is that, unknowingly, this could be causing more suffering, insecurity, and even hindering the personal growth we all desire. And the most important thing, it's something you can fix now, in a simple and practical way. Before we continue, I need you to do something very simple that will help both you and our channel. Like this video, share it with a friend, and of course, subscribe so you don't miss more tips like this. Now, if you want to know what this spiritual mistake is and how it might be preventing you from attracting the abundance and peace you truly deserve, keep watching until the end because we'll show you how to correct it in a practical and transformative way. What is the spiritual mistake that could be blocking your abundance? The spiritual mistake many people make is living life with a scarcity mindset. This means that even though you desire abundance, peace, and prosperity, you unconsciously act as if you don't deserve or can't achieve them. Often, this manifests as a constant thought that I don't have enough, whether it's time, money, love, or happiness. This kind of thinking creates energetic blocks and prevents abundance from flowing freely in your life. But what exactly is the scarcity mindset? It's deeply rooted in the belief that resources are limited and that for you to succeed, someone else must lose. This can show up in thoughts like, I'll never have enough. Other people's success means I'm at a disadvantage. I need to work harder and harder just to survive. These limiting beliefs not only affect our material life, but also our peace of mind. When we're trapped in this mindset, abundance, whether in love, finances, or purpose, becomes something distant, hard to reach. And worst of all, this mindset turns into a vicious cycle where you end up creating more scarcity by focusing on it. Now, before we move on to how to identify if you're making this mistake, think for a moment. How many times have you caught yourself thinking you don't have enough to be happy or successful? That thought might be exactly what's blocking your abundance. How to identify if you're making this mistake in your daily life? Now that we've discussed the scarcity mindset, the big question is, how do you know if you're making this mistake in your life? Well, the good news is that there are clear signs, small daily behaviors that indicate when we're stuck in this limiting mindset. And the best part is that these signs are easy to identify and change. Here are some of the main signs that you might be living with a scarcity mindset. Excessive worry about money. If you spend your whole day thinking about how to pay bills or how you never have enough, that's a clear sign of scarcity. Your mind is focused on what's lacking, not on what you already have. Fear of losing what you've already gained. Are you afraid that what you've achieved so far could disappear? At any moment, this fear of loss may be a form of living in constant stress, never feeling truly safe or satisfied with what you have. Constant comparisons with others. If you're always looking at other people's success and feeling inferior or thinking that their success reduces your own chances of achieving happiness, you're trapped in the scarcity mindset. Difficulty celebrating your victories. When you can't enjoy small victories or progress, it shows that you don't recognize the value of what you've already achieved. Instead of celebrating, you focus on failures or what still needs to be done. Feelings of guilt or shame when asking for help or receiving something good. If you feel uncomfortable asking for support or receiving compliments, it may reflect the belief that you don't deserve the good things in life. These are just a few examples. If any of these points resonated with you, don't worry. Recognizing these behaviors is the first step toward transforming your mindset and opening the doors to abundance. Now it's time to act. The spiritual root of this mistake and how it's affecting your life. Now that we've identified the signs of a scarcity mindset it's important to understand the spiritual root of this mistake. This mistake is deeply tied to unconscious beliefs we hold about who we are and what we deserve in life. Many of these beliefs come from our childhood, the society we live in, or even past experiences that taught us to see the world as scarce and limited. At its core, this scarcity mindset is fueled by a sense of unworthiness. When we believe we don't deserve happiness, success, or abundance, we start vibrating at a frequency of lack and consequently attract more of that lack into our lives. This happens because spiritually, what we think and feel about ourselves creates our external reality. Additionally, when we're stuck in this spiritual mistake, we drift away from our true essence. Our fundamental nature, from a spiritual standpoint, is abundance. We are beings created to thrive, grow, and live in balance. However, when we act with fear, doubt, and insecurity, this abundance gets blocked. For example, when you feel like you're always struggling to achieve something and that the universe or life is against you, you're putting energy into a vibration of scarcity. This creates a barrier between you and what you wish to manifest, whether it's money, love, or simply peace of mind. However, the most important thing is that this spiritual mistake can be corrected, and the change begins with understanding that we are abundant by nature. Instead of fighting against the flow of life, we must learn to flow with it, recognizing that there is always enough for everyone. How to correct this mistake and restore the flow of abundance. Now that you understand the scarcity mindset and the spiritual root of this mistake, the good news is that there are practices and mindset changes that can help you correct this in a simple and effective way. These practices will allow you to restore the flow of abundance and begin attracting everything you desire into your life. Here are some practical ways to correct this spiritual mistake. Practice daily gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to change the scarcity mindset. When you focus on the good things you already have in your life, you begin to notice the abundance around you. Make a daily list of 3 to 5 things you're grateful for, whether it's your health, friends, home, or small moments of joy. This simple exercise helps train your mind to notice more of what's already around you. Meditate and connect with the now. Meditation helps calm the mind and eliminate negative thoughts that perpetuate scarcity. By focusing on the present moment, you begin to realize that abundance is not in the future or the past, but here and now. Mindfulness practices, like focusing on your breath or simply feeling what's around you, can be extremely powerful. Change your limiting beliefs. Identifying and changing negative beliefs is crucial to restoring abundance. Replace thoughts like "I'm not worthy" or "I don't have enough" with positive affirmations. For example, "I am worthy of abundance," or "there is always enough for me." Every time you catch a scarcity thought, immediately replace it with something more positive and expansive. Act with generosity. Generosity is another way to attract more abundance into your life. This isn't just about money, but about generosity in time, energy, and love. When you share, you're sending a message to the universe that you believe you have enough. This breaks the cycle of scarcity and opens doors for more abundance. Be open to receiving. Often, the spiritual mistake we make is not allowing ourselves to receive. If you find it difficult to accept compliments, help, or gifts, it could be a sign that you don't believe you're worthy of receiving. Start accepting the good things the universe offers you without guilt or shame. These practices are not complicated and can be done every day in simple moments of your day. Over time, you'll begin to feel a true shift in your energy and how things start to flow to you. You've made it this far, and now you know exactly what's blocking abundance in your life. The spiritual mistake of living with a scarcity mindset can be corrected with simple, transformative practices. Now, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Here's what you can do right now to correct this mistake and start attracting abundance in all areas of your life. Start practicing gratitude. Don't wait any longer. Every day, take a moment to reflect on what you already have and be grateful for it. This will begin to shift your mindset immediately. Practice meditation and mindfulness. Set aside at least 5 minutes a day to breathe deeply and focus on the present moment. This will help you let go of worries and connect with the natural flow of abundance. Replace scarcity thoughts with positive affirmations. Whenever you catch a negative or lack-based thought, replace it with a positive affirmation. This will create a new mindset in you, a mindset of prosperity. Be generous and accept abundance. Start giving more of yourself and also accepting what comes to you without guilt. Generosity is a powerful key to opening the doors of abundance. Remember, you deserve all that is good, and the universe is ready to offer abundance when you start believing in it. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these practices will you start implementing immediately in your life? Leave a comment below. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message, and subscribe for more transformative tips.